a delivery happening today, so the doorbell's going to go and I will
jump,
hit the ceiling.
Jump! Good morning. Welcome to episode 16 of the Norfolk Girls Knitting Podcast. I'm Amanda.
And I'm Shannon.
And together we're Norfolk Girls Knitting. We're currently in Norwich today.
Yeah.
Filming at Shannon's house. What else do we normally do? Oh, I'm Amanda. I'm Miss Mandy Lou on Instagram and Ravelry.
And I'm Shannon. I thought you were going to say like anything else. I'm Shannon. I am Blue Fern Yarns. I am Blue Fern Yarns on social media, Ravelry, and email. You can contact me at shannon@bluefernyarns.co.uk if you
And
want
you
to.
have your own website.
And I have my own website. Yes, it's where I sell all my hand-dyed yarn.
It's not been that long since the last one, so you think we should be better than this, shouldn't you?
So tired.
Anyway, yeah, I've been having weird dreams. Weird dreams.
Like what?
Well, some of them are horrible and disturbing.
I love a weird, horrible, disturbing dream.
Did Susan tell you about her dream?
No.
So my sister and I were talking about how we've been having really weird dreams, and we've got an anniversary coming up, so it's been a bit, you think your thoughts go a bit mad. And so she had this dream that she was in a cab with Christian Bale.
Of all people, okay.
And it must have been during his American Psycho era because he amputated her legs.
No. Seriously?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
So, yeah.
Okay. Now what's one of your disturbing dreams?
Well, I had a dream about...
These guys probably don't want to know, but I want to know.
You know the old twin tub washing machines? So years ago, you used to have the hoses. You pull the machine out, and it would be twin tubs, and you'd put the hoses on the taps and everything like that. And one was a washer, and one was a spinner bit. And Grandad was having his bath in the twin tub washing machine. Don't know where that came from. Anyway.
Oh, I haven't dreamt in ages. I feel like I'm missing out.
It must be the blanket.
It must be. I love my blanket.
I bought Shannon a weighted blanket. Well, I bought Shannon and Nicholas weighted blankets for Christmas.
And when it arrived, what did the delivery guy say?
Can't remember.
Didn't he ask you if you had like a corpse in there or something?
I think that's your imagination. He's like, he did comment about how heavy it was because he gave it to me and I just literally went
straight on the floor
and dropped it because they weigh 7 kilos each.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. So anyway,
it's great. You lay in bed and you don't move.
But you said it helps with sort of just
switching off.
Yeah. So yeah, anything that helps is all good in my book.
Yeah, definitely.
So we've been busy. I have a gigantic pile here. Jen has a little pile there.
I also have a pile over there.
Oh right, okay, fair enough. So
how many? Oh, we'll just say this is sort of, other than the tangents that we often do, it's usually a regular
podcast
parcel. So regular parcel.
Are you been packing it in?
No, that's tomorrow. Regular podcast, should we say, where we talk about finished objects and whips. We don't do acquisitions. We'll talk about the yarn as and when we use it, and where we got it from and things like that.
Yeah.
What else do we do? Tangents.
And bickering.
Yeah. Tangents and bickering.
Yeah.
It's basically why you're here.
And we're trying a new gadget today.
No, we used the little one last time.
Oh, did we?
I think we had it balanced on a load of things.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah.
So we're using the proper stand today.
Yeah. So, yeah. Go on. Standard format podcast. Minimal editing.
No.
But I will link everything that we talk about. Well, I'll list everything that we talk about in the description box below, and I will put pictures in and names of patterns that we talk about on the screen.
Yep.
Okie doke, how many have you got?
I have got 2 FOs and 3 whips to show. I've got more whips, but I can't show them.
I have got 2 FOs and 4 whips. So does that mean I go first?
Yeah, you go first. Go for it.
Okay. So sometimes what will happen is it doesn't always work out that we have the same number of FOs. So
we'll just take it in turns.
So it might be all a bit. Oh, I'm wearing knitwear today.
I'm not. But we are both wearing stripes.
So I'm wearing
unintentionally
the Sailor Swift top, which I'm
like Taylor Swift.
Yeah,
is that what it is?
It's Sailor Swift by Veronika Lindberg, who is Kutavakika. I always get that wrong. I got that right that time.
It sounds like a
Kutavakika.
sneeze. I wouldn't be able to say that.
Yes, so this is the Sailor Swift top. I made it a couple of years ago in it's sort of like a cotton silk blend.
Oh, it feels kind of like hard wearing.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yes.
It feels like it would last a long time. It's nice.
It's most people wearing it as a summer top. When I was wearing it, if you've seen previous podcasts, when I was making it, I had a couple of comments about perhaps I shouldn't make it. So I don't wear it often, but today, because I was a bit cold, but not cold enough for a jumper, I'll put this on. And I'm also wearing my back to front exploration station shawl. Do you want to see?
Yeah.
Which is knit in yarns by Ellie at Craft House Magic. And this...
I always thought that shawl was bigger.
No, it's not. You have loads of leftovers.
Yeah, okay, I always thought it was bigger.
I would like to make it again, but I'd like to make... I think what I might do is I might make it on bigger needles and do more wedges.
Yeah. Would you do it with a DK weight yarn as well or not?
I don't think I would do it with a DK weight yarn.
No.
I'd just make it on bigger needles, I think. But yeah, so this was, it wasn't a kit, I just went through her shop and picked some colours. I've spoken to her since, when we've had our business meetings, i.e. tea and cake.
We've done that for a while. Message her and see when she's doing.
And she can't remember what the colours are either, so it doesn't help. But it's fairly old.
Are you going to check if you've written them down, and if you have, you can write them down?
I haven't written down. That's why I asked her when we were last out. I think one of them's Mr. Brightside, but I don't know. Blue Skies. Hey there, Mr. Blue or something. But I can't remember.
Okay.
And I haven't got the tags. So, without further ado.
FOs. That's an attractive face, Mum.
I was just seeing how long we've been going for. It's not too bad.
No.
In the grand scheme of things. So, I bought the Hyber Knitting 6
pattern set
thing, and one of them that came through, obviously there's the Icelandscape Shawl, but I made the Scarflette.
Might have to do photos in this one because the camera's quite far away and we can't go that close, I don't think.
So we put the camera further away because last time when I was editing it, it was like, blimey, we were a bit close.
Yeah. It's when I then watched it later on my TV, because I want to see what editing Mum does, because sometimes she doesn't edit the bits that I want her to edit out. And then, yeah, I was like, my TV's quite big and we are huge. I don't like it. So we put the camera further back this time. Also, we can actually get more in the screen if we need to.
Yeah.
So anyway.
This is the Icelandscape Scarflette by Stephen West. I I used 4 minis that I'd got from Shannon. I'm going to test her now.
It looks like ink, blue jeans, ice and golden honey.
Oh, she did it right. She knows her stuff. So it actually only took, so I had 4 20 gram minis, and I've got about 8 grams of each one left over. So not very much at all. Yeah, I quite like it.
You quite like the short scarflette things,
Yeah,
because they fit nicely under your coat.
Yeah.
Whereas I like the big blankets, and then if I just make do with it all right.
I feel as if I'm being eaten by a big shawl. If you know what I mean.
Whereas I like a big shawl.
I like big
Well,
shawls.
that very
Sorry.
That very nicely leads into my FO. So I have got I'm gonna ask Mum to hold the other end. Icelandscape shawl. Yeah,
So were
like it better now.
Were you working on this one in the last podcast?
Yes. Yeah, I think I was. Let me just check my notes. Yeah, I was. So where I got to in the last one, I think I was down to about here. I was on like the second to last repeat of the mountains that he calls them. I keep calling them scallops because it's up. They look like scallops. But yeah, so I was on the second to last repeat of them. So I did another repeat afterwards, and then I cast off. So in the pattern, he does say that you can do it slightly bigger if you want, and you've got like these little wavy, I think it's like feather and fan lace type thing. And he says that you can do that. I didn't. I was going to explain why, but there isn't any other reason other than the fact that I didn't. But I am really, really happy with how it looks now. I was loving making it, but I don't like all the ends. So when you turn it around, I don't know if you can see actually, it's not very neat because there are so many ends. So that is the wrong side. I don't know if you can see it very well. There's a few bits.
We'll take a photo, and if it doesn't show up on screen, I'll put the photo in.
Yeah. Yeah, it just didn't work, and I tried his weave and Steven method, hated it. Tried a different method where you weave in as if you're catching floats of colour work. That worked better for me, but it only worked on like the plain garter or what, is there any stocking on this? Yeah, it's a little bit of stocking. So only on garter or stocking did that work. The rest of it didn't really work.
So on mine, what I did was, because the rows were so short, I just carried the yarns up through the I-cord. So if you feel the I-cords, you can.
Yeah, but the thing is, you only had 4 colours. I had 8.
Yeah, so yeah.
So it's slightly
so I'm
too
only
many.
carrying 3 through the I-cord at the time. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if I was to do this again, I'd probably do it with 4 colours, and I would just carry them up the side and make sure that I never took it out of the house with me to work on, because 4 strands of yarn attached to one project is quite a bit of yarn, isn't it? So yeah, so I did cut on every row because that's basically what he does, because he doesn't repeat the rows really close to each other, as you can see. So it fades from lightest to darkest, lightest to darkest, lightest to darkest, and then you've got more there, and then again. So I loved it. I didn't like the ends. The mountains were a bit of a slog because they're short rows, but they were really easy to remember. So once you've done the first couple of repeats of the mountains, they were really easy to remember and do. So yeah, and I did block it. It's quite a big shawl. I'm very glad that I've done it, and I love all the colours that I've done in there.
But you haven't lost anything by finishing it early, because it's still a massive shawl.
It's still huge, yeah, look. It's massive. So yeah, I like it. I like it as it is. I'm glad that I didn't finish the wavy bits because don't think it needed it. And yeah, that's what it is. Oh, also in the pattern, this bit here, this second fade repeat is a brioche option.
Syncopated.
Thank you. Syncopated brioche section. Did you do it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you did it in the end today. Yeah. But I didn't do that because when I was doing it so I started this on Boxing Day as per lots of other people. I know lots of people started before then, but I started it on Boxing Day. I had a lot going on personally, and I did start it with the brioche, and I did about 4 rows. And I was hating it. It's not that I didn't hate the effect, I didn't hate the actual doing the brioche. It just made me not enjoy knitting, and I feel like knitting...
It's a hobby, isn't it?
It's my hobby.
Yeah.
I enjoy it. I want to work on my hobby. So I tinked back the 4 rows. Obviously they weren't massive rows, thankfully. It was about that much. And then I just did the moss stitch, and actually it made me enjoy it a lot more, and I finished it because I think if I'd have carried on with
syncopated brioche.
Thank you. Syncopated. I can say it after I've heard it. Can't say it otherwise. If I'd have carried on with that this would not have been finished. I'd still be up here somewhere. Basically.
Or can you do the brioche and I'll be back?
I don't do that very much anymore.
You don't do that very much anymore, no.
But yeah, so very happy. We have also got the darkest black right on the edge is After Dark, and the one in from it is Graphite. Graphite has actually joined my library of colours, so you can get it across any yarn base if you want.
I thought of another name for grey. Flint.
Flint. Okay.
Because I know you were having trouble naming them.
No, I named them all. I just couldn't remember what they were called. So yeah, if I've written the colours in again, no, I haven't. Yeah, most of these greys will be joining the library, which is my hand-dyed yarn. It's also where people can order a jumper quantity and you get a batch dyed especially for you. If you order the one skein, and I've got it in stock. I need to stop saying stash for my shop. If I've got it in stock, you'll get just the one skein. But if you order 2 or more, they will be dyed up on a batch, especially for you.
Yeah. Permanently throughout the year.
Yeah, permanently throughout the year. It doesn't come down. It might come down between Christmas and New Year, just so I can have a bit of a break.
And a stock take.
And a stock take and everything like that. But otherwise, it's all year round. Cool. Your turn.
Right then. So, my next one, as per...
she's looking at her phone at the moment.
I'm looking on...
That's why she's looking down there.
All my projects, I've got my Ravelry here. So, I started this January the 28th, 2025. So only just over a year ago.
Yeah.
And I showed it in my whip video. So basically it's my, I was using the Olga pattern by Petiteknit. Now, because of lots of things that were going on this time last year, I never wrote down what size I made. I know that it wasn't the size that I should have made according to my bust measurement, because I didn't want a huge amount of positive ease. But I didn't write down what size I did, so I picked up what I thought. The only thing that was missing was the sleeves. Anyway, so I just picked up what I thought. Went through and did the decreases as and when I thought. It's worked out. So this is it. I can't see it.
Yeah, it's on screen.
Yep. So I finished this February the 4th. So not too long ago. I haven't sewed in all of my ends.
Any of your ends by the looks of things?
I think I started weaving them in at some point. There.
Oh, you've done a few. Okay, fine. Take that back.
So I used, for the main colour, so the Olga pattern is a 2-colour, light and dark colour way. I used Drops Karisma in light oak, colour 77, for the main colour. And then I used my Beehive yarn, A Year in the Cabin Advent.
Yeah, A Year in the Cabin.
Which was in...
It wasn't last year or the year before, it must have been the year before. That's 2023.
2023, yeah.
Yeah.
And I used, for the body, I used all 24 colours. For the sleeves, 16 colours. This is the back.
Yeah.
So you do...
It's quite nice.
You cast them at the top, you do short rows to shape the shoulder. For the neckline, what I did was I picked up the stitches, made sure that they were an even number, and I did 4 rows rib in the light oak, and then I did 4 rows rib in colour 24, which is the one that's on the bottom of the jumper there. And for the sleeves, I did the same. I did 4 rows rib in the light oak and then 4 rows in colour 16. So it's going to be lovely and warm.
Yeah, it's DK weight.
DK weight. The Karisma is slightly thicker than the... It's like your classic sock weight.
The 75-25 merino nylon.
So, yeah. I'm having a bit of a kick on finishing and
that's good.
Getting things done.
You said that you wanted to do that for ages though.
Yeah.
So you're finally doing it.
So, I think the last one I finished sleeves on a couple of jumpers. Now I finished this one. I think I've got the lento that I was doing, it needs 2 sleeves. I haven't worked on that at all, so I haven't brought it with me. But yeah, I'm pleased that this is done. It's going to be a very warm jumper. And what I'll do is I'm not going to have a chance to wash it and block it, but hopefully it will be done by the next podcast in a month's time.
Do you want me to do it?
Do you sew in all the ends as well?
No.
If I sew in all the ends, will you wash it and block it?
Yeah.
Hey! Yes! Result.
Every time.
So I'll do that. Yeah.
I
Quite
guess you're
nice,
staying here until you finish sewing them all in then, today.
Possibly.
Yeah, I think it is lunch.
There's lunch in the fridge.
There's soup in the fridge as well. That's what I was going to have for lunch. We'll just put it on top of that, that's fine. Okay. So my next FO, how many FOs did you say you had? 3? 2. Okay, fine. Oh no, it's your whips that you've got 4, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, that's fine. So I have got a finished object, and this is actually a new design. It has been tested. I am just a bit behind on the admin side of doing all the listings, making it available for Ravelry and bits like that. I have done the photographs. I did that yesterday, so I've done the photographs. But this is a new design. You may recognise the lace pattern on it. I will bring that forward a little bit. This is called the Babbling Brook Shawl.
Will you send me the pictures that you took?
Yes, yeah. So it is a new design that I've done. It starts off, so it's an asymmetrical. It's like that doesn't sound right in my head. Triangle, and you start off with the small tail, and it is just a garter bit to start with, and then you can see like the lace sort of creeps in. So every now and again you've got a little bit extra lace, and the lace is quite repetitive, meaning that you should be able to, and according to my testers, that you can like remember the lace pattern, so you don't need to look at the pattern constantly. It's designed for 2 100-gram skeins of like a 4-ply weight yarn of about 400 meters or more. I have used my own hand-dyed yarn. This is my classic sock base, which is a 75-25 merino nylon mix. And part of the reason that you've got this little garter section is sort of how I wear my shawls. I wear them like this. So up here, you don't really need the lace bit, but the lace shows off really nicely just here down. And that was sort of part of what I wanted with the design. And yeah, I really like it. This colourway doesn't have a name. It's a new colour that I created. I was going to release it in December and January for like a wintry.
Suggestions below?
Yeah, pop some suggestions below. And as soon as it is available, I will let you guys know. I quite often do like a bit of a discount for email subscribers. So if you are not an email subscriber, do head on over to my website and subscribe to the emails.
Kits?
I could do kits. You could do like an advent fade. You could do sort of 2 skeins that fade into each other, scraps that fade into each other. You could do 1 colour as I've done. Anything really. I wouldn't recommend sort of a very hard stripe between them, because I tried to do this with mini skeins, but you'd end up with like in the middle of a lace section rather than at the end of a lace section repeat. You'd have a very definite line, which is why I'm suggesting subtle fades or just sort of 1 colours. That would work. Variegateds work really well. I've got a couple of testers who've done it in a variegated yarn. It looks beautiful. I will check that they're okay for me to use their images, and if so, I will use their images on the pattern as well so you can see it. But yeah, so it's a new design. And it's also designed to use as much of the yarn as possible, meaning that you shouldn't have too much leftovers. You can make it as big or as small as you want it. I think I did this one with like 30 grams left of yarn from 2 100-gram skeins, just because I wanted to make sure that it definitely could come out of 2 100-gram skeins, and also it was the perfect size of what I wanted. And yeah, so that is a new design.
Did you say what it was called?
It's the Babbling Brook Shawl. I'm pretty sure I said it.
Oh, okay.
I might not have actually.
I might have faded out if
Yeah.
I wasn't listening.
It's the Babbling Brook Shawl. As soon as it is live, I'm hoping it will be the end of February. I just got to get my butt in gear and do the admin-y bits. So as soon as I've done that, I'll let you guys know. But yeah, that is a new design. Cool. And actually, I've got Babbling Brook wrap. That shawl was planned and sort of swatched before I did the wrap, and then realised that actually the wrap works better with the mini skeins, whereas that works better with the sort of 1 skein thing. So the wrap came out way before that, even though that one was designed back in when did that one come out in? 2022, wasn't it?
Yeah, because last year you didn't do pattern.
No.
24
was Apothecary and
and then the year before that was the coastal.
Yeah.
22.
22, yes. So 2022, that was sort of created, but I didn't finish it because I didn't have the colour I wanted, and then when I dyed that was my colour I wanted, and I knew that's what I had to have, basically. So yeah, any colour suggestion names for that colour, I'll send some photos so you can see the colour a bit better, and yeah, let me know what you think. And should I release it even though it's a bit of a wintry colour, or I suppose it could be spring?
Yeah, it could be spring.
Yeah, maybe I'll do it for EAYF.
And it might be nice to have it sort of like over a light summer dress. So
yeah,
you know, when you're sitting.
Yeah, so a bit of a neutral name rather than a wintry name or a specific spring name or something like that, just so then it can be all year round. Because I do love that colour; it's quite fun to dye as well. Yeah, that's it. If you come up with a name that we end up using, I will also send you a skein of this colour. If you want to increase it to 2, you'll have to pay for the additional skein, but yeah, I will send you a skein of this colour if I pick your name. So any name suggestions below?
Yep.
Pop. Any name suggestions below? Any name suggestions? Pop them below.
Below.
That would be great. Thank you.
Okay. Right then, on to whips.
Looking at the pile quite dauntingly.
So when after I had my surgery last year, my sister and I went on holiday, and we went to Northumberland. And when you're on holiday, you have to go into
all the yarn shops.
All the yarn shops and buy souvenir yarns. And because I hadn't knitted for a while, and it was before I was accepted for the test knit for the blue jumper that I made last time, which was the Baltic Breeze by Anniina Knits, I bought. It doesn't look very good. Basically, this is the Sirdar Jewelspun in the Evening Jade colourway. And so I've started another building blocks drop jumper. And then I'd finished the body, and then I put it away to do the test knit. And so this jumper, sorry, I'm going to put it down for a minute. This jumper was a bit of an experiment because a lot of it was done in continental style knitting.
Okay.
Because I wanted to be able to move freely between different types of knitting depending on how I felt. I do still get quite a lot of neck pain from a car accident that I had because I've got sort of arthritis. So changing up the way that I knit, I thought would be a good idea. So this was a bit of an experiment. Yeah, so I've got the body done, and then last week...
The sleeve. Is it a 3/4 length sleeve? Because that looks really short.
It's not, actually.
You have really short arms. It's only because I have really long arms. What?
I've done it exactly to pattern because it's a drop. The sleeve doesn't start until there.
All right. I've never actually made a drop. So maybe I should do that.
And so what I've done as well is when you pick up the stitches, you can see that there's like a nice bit of shaping there for the armhole. But when you pick up the stitches, you do short rows at the top, and what that does, it gives you a little bit of extra room. So you've got your drop here, and then what it does is the short rows make it a little bit like that, so then your sleeves come down, because we don't as people we don't often walk around with our arms up just like that. So the shaping of the jumper, if it was just straight sleeves like the Olga,
so you end up with quite a bit of fabric underneath your arm, don't you?
So what this one does is it kind of drops the shoulder a little bit at the top, gives you a little bit of a sleeve cap, and then you go straight down. So if you hold that like that, don't pull it out like that. If you let it go, it kind of drops down.
Yeah, you can see it there.
Yeah. The other thing that I've done on here, as usual, is bust shaping, and you can probably see it a little bit clearer on this one because it's got like a bit of a lozenge shape.
Yeah.
Here.
Not a huge amount.
No.
Yeah. Looks good.
Yes.
Yeah, it's quite nice actually.
Yeah, so it's Sirdar Jewelspun Aran. I bought it in a lovely yarn shop called Anniina in Northumberland.
Is it DK or is it an Aran?
When I said it was Jewelspun Aran.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Might have been a clue.
Obviously, I just spaced.
Yeah, and so all I need to do now is the other sleeve and the collar. Now I bought the 200-gram balls. I bought 4. This is what's left of the second one.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow, so it goes far then.
Yeah.
What's the meterage?
$499 meters.
Per 200 grams. $499. Isn't that more of a DK?
Yeah, but it's
It's a plumpy DK.
you can see on here there are like thick and thin bits. I can't see if you're seeing that because the camera is so far away.
Also, we'll take a photo if
Yeah.
not.
So it's quite thick and thin. Yeah, so there's a really thin bit here.
Oh yeah, it goes thin. Yeah.
Yeah. So I want to get all my jumpers finished. I think we said last time I live in a really cold caravan. It's only cold because I'm too
Stingy to put the heat on.
too stingy to put the heating on. Although the last few weeks I have put the heating on because I thought, well, why not? So what happens is I've got gas canisters, so I've paid for the gas in advance, so I might as well use it. I don't know what I'm saving it for.
Yeah, because in the summer you're not going to need it, are you?
No, so I'm just gonna.
You need it in the winter. You're not going to need it in the summer.
So my caravan's been quite toasty these last couple of weeks, but I thought I'd finish all my jumpers. So yeah, and it's a bit leery.
It's not that bad.
Would you wear
It's
it?
looking at no. It's looking a bit. I hope I would. It's looking a bit pale on the screen, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
a tiny bit more brighter in real life. As with like most UK podcasters, the weather is not great. And
Misty, rainy.
therefore the lighting isn't great, which is why we've got my kitchen lights on. But yeah.
Yeah.
It's
So
quite nice.
I love this pattern. I really love this pattern. I think I would probably it's becoming my go-to.
How many have you made then?
So I test this. So the pattern is the building blocks dropped by Aimee Sher makes, and I test knit the vest version. You know, the blue fluffy
Yeah.
vest one. I did start another one, like the cardigan version, in a dark green, but I frogged the cardigan
Okay.
because I never wear cardigans. So I will probably make that into a jumper. It just fits nicely and it's comfortable.
Yeah.
So.
Don't have to have an excuse to make it.
And I think, you know, you can use. So it's quite nice when you have sort of like the next shiny thing and it's, well, that looks good. I wonder how that's made. Or that's got a really good construction. That's got this, that's got that. And then actually, does it fit? Does it fill in your wardrobe? Does it work for you? But then you can pick patterns, get your fit right, and then you can do whatever you want to it. So
It's like my whole looking for my basic jumper, so
Yeah.
that when I go out shopping for yarn or at show or whatever, and if I see a colour that I really like, rather than buying just the one single skein with no idea what it's going to be for, I can buy a jumper quantity knowing that I can at least make a jumper that fits me nicely as and when I want.
I think we're all okay. I don't think I knocked it.
No, it's fine.
So, yeah, so Building Blocks Drop by Aimee, Sher Makes and Sirdar Jewelspun. And I quite like that yarn, and I think, you know, it's sort of, there's something nice there's something about having a really nice luxurious jumper in the most fantastic fabric. But then, are you going to want to wear it shopping or taking future dogs for walks?
Future dog. Oh God, we've been looking at dogs again.
And all that kind of stuff. Whereas that, you can stick it in, you can wear it, you stick it in the washing machine. Yeah.
I probably still wouldn't. Like, even though there's certain yarns that are like super wash and they say they can go in the washing machine, or commercial yarns and things like that, I never do.
To be fair, I have no idea. But the thing is that the option would be there.
Yeah.
And it's almost like if it got stuck in my washing basket and it went in accidentally, it doesn't matter.
I wouldn't. The amount of hours and time that you spend making, well, not you, because you can whip one up in a weekend, but like, you knit so quickly. But like, you spend all that time and effort and things like that on a handmade jumper. I'd just wash it by hand. I think it's just because I've got the convenience that I can do that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think that I've spent so much of my time on it that I wouldn't want to risk it. So I would rather just wash it by hand. But it's wool. You can air it out for a couple of days, can't you?
Yeah.
And then you only need to wash it when you get a day. Is that really scummy? To be fair, I wash all my samples, don't I? I wash them at the beginning of the year for show samples I'm talking about. I wash them at the beginning of the year, so I've been wearing them throughout winter because I tend not to do too many shows between like November, December and January and February. In fact, I don't do any shows November to February usually. So then I can wear my knits.
Yeah.
And then I wash them before show season so people can try them all on, knowing that they're all clean and things like that. And then I wash them again at the end of show season, and then they're nice and clean in my wardrobe. So, not that you guys probably really wanted to know that. Maybe you do. If you come by my stand and you want to try on a jumper, feel free.
Knowing it's not scuzzy.
My
Especially in
whips
the EAYF, that's the first one. You'll be fine.
They're all clean. But my whips are over there. So we're going to pause a sec because I need to grab my whips.
Okay. And we're back.
So my next whip, I have got, it's living in my lovely redesign bag. Why are you laughing? Are you laughing to the back in the room or the?
It's the tiniest whip in the biggest bag.
It's because I've got something else living in my 9. So once that one gets bigger, that will go in here and this will go in that. Anyway, so these colours you may recognise. They're all the leftovers. Well, not all of them, because some of them are actually in the whip. Leftovers from the Icelandscape Shawl by Stephen West, and I'm doing another pattern by Stephen West, surprisingly. I do like a Stephen West pattern. I'm not going to apologise, I just like it. I am on to the second colour, so I've used all the first, and that's what's left of the second so far. And I am doing, I didn't put it on big needles, I probably should have done, but anyway. I am making the Dustland Shawl by Stephen West. I am not fading the colours, sorry. I'm not fading the colours, I am just doing them. I'm not sure I like that definite stripe. But when you look at the other shawl, it doesn't, I don't know. I'm just doing it just to use up the leftovers because one of my things this year is I don't want to increase my stash and then just have leftovers. I want to try and use it, and because I have between I think it was between 14 and like 18 grams of each of these colours left, I didn't want to just shove them back in my stash. So I wanted to do something, and I figured why not a shawl. It is that way around. And you've done the dustbin before.
Yeah.
It is a pattern for a DK weight yarn, and I am obviously using 4-ply because
there are no rules.
That's what I've got. And I'm just going to keep going. So in the pattern, it's kind of one that you can just keep going as long as you
just
want.
repeat. Was it 3 different sections?
Yeah, so you've got like a moss stitch section, then you've got a little bit of garter, then you've got a broken rib section. Is that broken rib?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you've got another garter bit, and then you've got like these diagonal lines.
Travelling, rib.
Oh, actually, that's showing up quite well
Yeah.
there, I think. Yeah, and then you've got another garter bit, and then you go back into the moss stitch. So you just keep going. I mean, I am up to like 240 stitches already. Obviously, it's on the small needle, so you can't really see how wide it's going to get. But I'm just going to keep going. According to the pattern meterage, I don't have enough here for the meters. But I've got an idea on how I'm going to finish it. And I'm not going to spoil it until I get there. But yeah, I'm doing another West Knits pattern. I love a West Knits pattern. I've done quite a few of them. You've probably done a lot more than I have.
I don't know.
Maybe I should tot up how many we've done and pop it on the screen.
Yeah. I think you've probably done more than me now, actually.
I like the big shawls, or Schlanket as he calls them.
I really like the it's the chevron-y one that I did for you with the pinks and black. Is it black?
No, it wasn't black, but it's on my sofa. I quite often have it wrapped around my shoulders in the evening. Should I grab it?
Yeah, it's huge. It's absolutely huge.
Bear with.
You doing your Tom Cruise run?
Yeah, Tom Cruise run. You sort of makes you look like you're going faster. I am going to stand up and do this because it is huge.
So going to take. I've actually got pictures of it somewhere. It is massive.
I don't know if they can see it.
Yeah, they can. I'm just going to leave you standing there.
It's huge. It is absolutely huge. And I quite often wear it on my shoulders in the evening. Ooh.
Watch the mugs.
I literally sit on the sofa with it.
You can almost wear it like a poncho, couldn't you?
You can. I have worn it a couple of times as a poncho. I think I've done it at Venetia's yarn shop when I had a pop-up one winter.
Yeah.
Because her shop's a little bit cold. Yeah, I've worn it as a poncho.
I think I've worn it at EAYF, haven't I?
Yeah, it
Because
is absolutely huge.
So it was the I can't remember the name of it. I'll put the name of it on
You
there.
kept calling it Chevron Shenanigans, and it's not
Chevron Shenanigans because that's a completely different shawl.
Again, by Stephen West, but
yeah, and
is it shifting Chevron?
Possibly. And it's the pattern actually.
Doesn't it call for like
7 colours or something?
7, but you used 5.
5.
And because obviously it's my own hand-dyed yarn, we were able to just...
Yeah.
Basically, you had 10 balls. You didn't use all 10 balls, but you had 10 skeins of yarn to go through, didn't you?
Yeah.
And there was quite a bit of leftover from that.
Yeah.
But I don't think this has ever been blocked, has it?
No.
It's too... I don't think there is a space in the world that's big enough to block this, but yeah.
Yeah. Let's go for this one. So,
I've got your yarn out there.
I am doing another test knit. I don't think I'd started this last time, had I?
You'd done the swatch.
Or I'd done the swatch, but I hadn't actually started it. So this is the Ribling by Penrose.
I feel like you might have started it actually. I don't know.
Do you want to grab the needles so they don't clank? It's a broken rib jumper with a narrow stripe repeat every so often. The reason it's stopped here and I haven't finished it is because I ran out of yarn. I was using yarn that was in my stash, and I knew that I was going to run out of the main colour.
The After Dark.
So I'd already asked you to dye some up for me. So
if she'd have picked this up 2 weeks ago like she was supposed to, it would have been finished. I'm not even joking.
Poorly. So the design of it is so clever. In fact, I think I might want to have a go of it, knitting it plain without the broken rib, to see what the construction would look like without a rib.
Okay.
Anyway, so
I think the rib makes it.
It's got a contiguous shoulder. So I've added the collar. So you start straight in at the back with this dark green stripe here. It's got contiguous shoulder. Where am I doing it? There.
So it's this bit here, isn't it?
So you increase either side here, and then you start to increase your sleeve stitches while keeping the body stitches straight. So you can see it goes straight down there. And then you're increasing your sleeve stitches. Yeah, it's just, so it looks quite small, but obviously that's because I haven't blocked it yet.
It's also ribbing,
and it will play in. For the neckline, what she suggested is, I've got some pictures actually that I might put in.
I don't know why that makes me laugh every time.
And so basically this is double the length of the collar because this will be folded down and sewn down. And so you'll
I'm sure I saw an image where you had actually folded it down. It looked like you'd already done that bit, but obviously you didn't fold it.
You get a little pink of the contrast colour stripe at the top. So the colours that I'm using are After Dark and The Hunt, and they're on Shannon's
Yak Luxe Decay, which is a 60% superwash merino, 20% yak and 20% silk.
It's gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous.
One of my favourite bases.
So,
they're all my favourite, who am I kidding? I love them all. I love them all for different
you're
reasons.
My favourite, you're my favourite, yeah. It's like you're my favourite daughter.
I'm your only daughter.
Yeah, so I was loving it and I was going on great guns and then I ran out. So I think I've obviously got to do the sleeves, but then I think I've got 2 more of these.
2 more section repeats.
Yeah.
Looks good.
And it's funny because I put this on Instagram and I've never had a post blow up like it. It went mad.
How do you get, so normally when you're doing
ribbing.
Ribbing, it normally looks really messy at the colour change.
So when you are doing ribbing, and the first line usually is your pearls.
Yeah, so normally, like if you're changing garter stitch, if you're doing it on the wrong side, you'll get an extra line above where it's supposed to be.
So it's sort of kind of like
it
merges together.
Yeah.
Kind of like.
Yeah, like that.
Like that.
How do you get it to not? Is it in the pattern design or is it?
It is in the pattern design, but it is fairly well known how you do it.
Oh, is it? Is it just me not knowing? Can you tell other people? Because I also want to know.
So basically, I'm sure I'm sure Laura won't mind because I think she's mentioned it in her vlogs before now. So what you do is when you change colour, instead of doing going straight into the broken rib, you do just a line of knitting.
Oh, okay.
So I did it on my Olga sleeve.
Yeah. Oh God. You can check that. I did not do that.
She goes mad because I don't put...
You don't use needle stoppers. Why do you not?
I've run out. I've got so many bloody projects. I've run out.
I've got a shop with needle stop. I've got loads in my stash. You can use mine.
Okay. Before I go home, I'm going to put needle stoppers on there. Yeah, so that's the Ribling. I don't think it's out until March. I think we've got until about the 10th of March to get it done.
Okay. We'll share it again once.
So I will share it again.
Out, yeah.
And I probably will be wearing it at East Anglia because it's quite cold in that showground.
It's chunky.
Yes. But I love it. And I wasn't able to put it down. And it was literally only because I've stopped. That's literally the amount of yarn I've got left. So I've had to wait until I could get to Shannon's to pick up the others.
I haven't given it to her yet because I knew she'd sit down and start knitting on it rather than us recording our podcast, so she'll get it afterwards.
So I have
Actually,
got...
no.
I have got...
You've got some. You got the Happy Penguins.
And the stoppers that come with Chowgu needles.
Yeah.
And Happy Penguins. So yeah, I think I'm really going to enjoy it. It might be nice to make one with maybe different colour stripes or just no stripes or...
Just got to see.
Yeah. And I've been watching, so Laura does most designers, they do like Instagram chat groups for the designs. I find them really overwhelming. I find it too much. So I don't actually, I'm not in the groups. Because the designers give you a choice of whether you want to be in the group or not. And I don't go in the groups, and sometimes I think, oh, I'll be missing out, but I can always look at a hashtag and find other people that are doing it and see what their colours are and all this. And Laura's very good at sharing people's, if you tag her when you...
She'll reshare it.
She'll reshare it and everything like that. So it's been really nice seeing other people's. One of the ladies is doing a sort of like a chocolate brown one, but she's got one orange stripe and one sort of limey green stripe. It's very 70s kind of inspired. It looks really good. So yeah.
Looks good.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying this one, as you can tell.
It would have been finished if she had the yarn.
If I'd had the yarn, it would have been finished.
The other stuff wouldn't have been.
I wouldn't have got another sleeve, wouldn't have finished my Olga, nothing would have been done.
So this is a project that you've seen before, and it's going to look like I've done nothing. I have, I promise. So I showed you guys last time, and we frogged it straight afterwards, didn't we? I say we because Mum helped me wind the yarn back up. And it was because I'd gone wrong in the colour work. So you can probably guess what it is. So this is the Garden Gate sweater by Jennifer Staingas. I am making, I didn't write down the size. I think it's like the 4th or 5th size in the pattern. It's usually about a 44-inch bust because I like the fit of a 44-inch bust on me. And I have done more of the colour work. I see that looks a little bit better actually.
I think you're looking too hard at it.
Yeah. So before this I was speaking to Mum and I was thinking I might rip it out and just frog it all together and just do a plain fade with it because I'm using a yarn that fades, or a yarn set that fades. So can you hold that end? And then there's that one. So that is the full fade. It is the Weather the Storm Advent Fade from 2025. It is my own hand-dyed yarn, and I am using my Cozy base, which has a gorgeous halo, which I think you can just about see there.
Did I wear those up?
No, I did.
On my new toy?
No, I did.
I've got a new toy.
It is 70% baby alpaca, 20% silk and 10% cashmere. It is delicious. It's lovely, lovely, lovely. And I got up to about row 14, 15 of the colour work, I think, originally. I'm now up to like row 32 of the colour work. So I have done a bit more.
And she cast on the whole sweater again.
Yeah, so we ripped completely all out, and then it's been done again. And yeah, I actually really like it now that I can sit there.
Mm-hmm.
I think I must be looking at it too closely.
Mm-hmm.
Because obviously they're both variegated, they're both lightly variegated yarns. They always say, oh, you shouldn't really put variegated yarns together in colour work, which, okay, yeah, I do agree, because I have done colour work before and I've used 2 variegated yarns, so you couldn't really see the pattern. Anyway, I think you can if they've got high contrast, but I don't want it to be a very solid line, or I didn't when I originally started doing this. And I think I was just panicking maybe when I was talking to you this morning about it. If I show you the back, you can see it a little bit more. It hangs down a bit better.
Yeah. I think you're going to be fine.
Yeah. I actually quite like that. I've seen it before. I don't know if I've seen it before, or whether I had this idea that I thought that you could use 1 and 4 together for the colour work, and then you'd drop colour 4 when you finish the colour work, and then work the rest of the fade, and then 4 will also be at the bottom just as a little bit as well. At least that was the plan, and I think it should work, hopefully. Yeah, I'll carry on then, because I was going to do more yesterday and I looked at it and I was just like, no. So I worked on something completely different, which I will show you in a minute. Yeah, so I'm enjoying it again then, now that I've decided I like it again. So I will finish it. And yeah, I think because the aim was to get it all done before EAYS, so I could show it off and it would be on the stand as a sample, because I don't have a garment in the Cozy 4-ply as a sample that people can look at, feel, hold, wear, whatever. I've got a shawl in it that you kind of made that I wear a lot, the Alexander.
Oh yes, yeah.
But I didn't have a garment, so I wanted a garment in it basically, which is why I picked that yarn base for this advent project. So yeah, really excited now. Oh, I want to finish it.
So, in another coordinated move, we're not normally this coordinated, I'm doing another test knit.
Do you actually work on anything you want to do, or is it just test knits?
So I have got another test knit, but it's a secret test knit.
Yeah.
And
that she can't even tell me about.
And I keep getting things through saying, because I knit bigger sizes.
Yeah, I think designers sometimes have problems finding bigger sizes.
So I've had about 3 or 4 things come through, and I've said no, because I want to knit my alphabet. I'll tell you more about that in a minute. My new toy was an electric ball winder. Anyway, so I'm using Shannon's 4-week advent fade. Seamless for this one. I've only got the first colour, week 1, and this is on the Luxe base, which is
70% superwash merino, 20% silk and 10% cashmere.
Very nice. And it takes a dye differently to
shall I grab my skein?
week 1.
There we go.
So Shannon's one is very sort of faded and soft.
Yeah, and yours is a bit brighter. And
yeah. So
really picks out the darker colours on this one, doesn't it?
Yeah, and then I'm also using Suri alpaca, Blue Fern Yarn Suri alpaca in Beach Hut.
No.
Blue jeans.
Yeah. It was blue jeans. It's been renamed actually. It's going to be stone wash because the recipe changed ever so slightly. It's still the same colour, but the recipe had to change. So technically it's a new colour. It is the same though.
Yeah.
So stone wash.
So I'm gonna fade it. So basically it's the round neck raglan jumper.
Do you want me to hold it while you get the information? There we go.
Basically what I'll do is, over my face, what I'll do is I'll put in a picture of the original one from Juuti makes. So it's by Anniina Juuti. And she has over the years made various different scrap jumpers. And every time she shows it on her podcast, people say, oh, can we have a pattern for this? So she's now written it down and she tells you how to fade it and everything like that. But you can obviously it's a DK weight jumper. You could obviously do it in one colour, you could fade it, you could do your scraps, you could do all sorts with it. So her original one I'll put in here, and it'll be her original scrappy one. So I had the 4-week Advent fade, and then I also got, you were selling off your
I keep going through these stages on my Suri silk fluff. I go, right, I'm getting rid of it. It doesn't sell. And then all of a sudden it sells. So then I get loads more in and I dye loads. And then it doesn't sell for months and months and months. And I'm like, right, I'm getting rid of it again. And then it starts selling. I think I'm going to keep it on the website as a dyed to order only, and when I dye the colours I will put the photos up. I don't think it's going to come to shows with me unless people specifically request it. So if you do want it at a show, get in touch.
Yeah, and obviously if you're at EAYF or you're coming to EAYF and you want us to bring some, this might be on the stand by then.
Yes, I use mum's samples as well.
And I will chase you down. You know who you are.
Yeah.
So this one, it's raglan. It's got bust shaping included in it. And so
a Latvian braid as well.
So for the neckline, what I did was what's the Whitmore colour?
Whitmore colour?
You know the Whitmore that you made me?
I think that was just a one of a kind blue. Oh no, Silent Night. Silent Night.
So I did the neckline in Silent Night in DK because I didn't want Suri around
right up here.
Right up, because the neckline is quite
high,
snug. And then around it, I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah, you can just about see it.
Yeah, there is a Latvian braid. Not done one of them before. It's quite entertaining, really.
I've not done one either.
And then I started using these two. So I've got 3 more rounds before I need to split
for sleeves.
Split for the sleeves. And then what I will do is I will weigh this. I will keep 3/5 for the body and 1/5 each for the sleeves. So that's up to 5/5, which is 1. So I'll work out what that is and I'll carry on, and then I'm going to go straight into the next colour. I'm not even going to bother fading it because I think your fade,
you shouldn't need to on this one,
goes beautifully, and because I'm holding it with the
I mean, I'm still going to do it on mine just because
Yeah.
I tell everyone to do it just in case.
Yeah, and then I'm just going to use the fluff, and I'm going to see how far I go. Because it's on 4.5 millimeter needles.
Well, mine's got quite a tight gauge. It's quite nice though.
It's
looks like it's going to be very snug.
Yeah.
And the alpaca is going to keep you very, very warm.
And I like warm jumpers.
Mm.
And I like the fact that it's got quite a wide raglan. Yeah. Yes. So I've got until April to finish up. Probably finish it. So next, because I live in a caravan, this is going into park life now. I live on a holiday park, and so
it's not really a holiday park though, is it? You've got the extra side that's the holiday. Yours is the residential side.
But because it is only a holiday park, it's only licensed as a holiday park, I have to be out for a certain length of time. So for the next 2 weeks, I've booked a holiday in Northumberland. So I'm going to go back up, and I'm going to stay at Berwick, which I've never stayed in before. I've been to visit, I've never stayed there before. So I'm going to stay there, and then I've got plans. It's 12 quid on the train into Edinburgh.
Why is that secret?
It's not a secret, but
okay.
You know that I was going to do that. 12 quid on the train to Edinburgh, and then 4 wool shops and 3 stationery shops. And yeah, and then
I can see if we can meet up with her.
I don't think so. I think she's very, very busy trying to get her book sorted. And then I've got I'd like to go and see various places, but I will have a lot of time for knitting. So I'm going to take my test knits with me.
You can take more test knitting than clothes for the 2 weeks.
I was getting really in the end, what I've done, I've packed some of my clothes. And in the end, what I've done is I've got this big plastic bin that had all my whips in, and that's what I'm taking my knitting in. There's only me in the car.
Why not?
So I'm going to take the Ribling, I'm going to take this one, and I'm going to take my secret one. And I'm also going to take, I've bottled doing my Lanark. So I showed it last time when I'd only got about half a sleeve cuff to do. So I finished that. I've knitted the casings for the zip to go in.
Mm.
And I've got the zip. So I might take that with me.
Yeah, because you should have no interruptions or anything
No,
like that, should
no.
you, if you were there? And then
Yeah.
sounds good.
So
sounds good.
I'm gonna do my test knits while I'm away, as well as if I finish them, I'm gonna have to go and get more wool, aren't I?
Yeah, absolutely. Too bad. So sad.
I do feel a bit tangenty today.
Today?
Am I going a bit off topic?
Yeah, but
Sorry.
it's fine. I think they know that we do tangents, don't they? Can I just say, because I am feeling a bit tangency today and going off topic and doing all sorts. If I've missed anything, can't speak. If I've missed anything out and it's not in the description box below, please comment and let us know. You can contact us via the comments below or via email at norfolkgirlsknitting@gmail.com. Or on Instagram.
At
Norfolk Girls Knitting.
Yes.
This is my final whip to show you guys this time, and it's living in my Eldenwood craft bag that I've had for a couple of years now.
Did you get that one at EAYF?
That is her logo. Yes, so I think she's only done it once,
Yeah.
EAYF. So it wasn't last year, it must have been the year before.
And she's not doing it this year because she's doing Big Flock.
Yeah, she doesn't do many shows, no. But this bag it's quite expensive, but they are so well made.
And well worth it.
And well worth it, yeah. I saw the fabric and I went up to her and said, I need that bag. I need it. And then she told me the price. I was like, oh, okay, that's a bit more than I hoped, but it's so worth it. I've used this a lot.
I think sometimes,
even though it's white, which is not good for me.
And you used it as a handbag quite a lot. I think
I think done for this one.
Sometimes,
and it has got like drawstring
yeah,
top, so you can close it all up.
I think sometimes when you first start out and you buying project bags and things like that,
Pockets.
it can sometimes seem a bit expensive, but once you've been knitting a few years, if you think about the project bags that you keep going back to, I tend to use the same ones over and over again because I know that they're so well made.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Keep going. Oh,
they're so well made, and that, you know, there's a reason why she doesn't do shows, because she's always selling out on her website. So
yeah. So I love this bag. I have got, so I'm going to see if I can show you without tipping everything out. A selection of colours in here.
I'll take a picture of it and then put it on.
There we go. There's a selection of colours in there. They are typically my usual colours, so they've all come from Stash. So you have got in there's some from the Dye Shack from her 2023 Advent. Oh my god, I can't remember the name of it. Was it Poison Garden?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we've got some yarn from the Dye Shack. We've got some Coastal Links Creative mini skeins that I had. I've got Ducky Darlings mini skeins. I've got some of my own mini skeins. So for example, that one's one of mine. That is Atlantis. I loved it so much I kept it quite a few of them. That is the last one. Leftovers as well from I've used this. What have I used this in?
Your Amanda did it, didn't you? Did she?
No, this isn't the BFL one. This is called
something crumble.
Plum Crumble, that's it, thank you. Plum Crumble, it's a mix of like purples and browns. It's really washed out on the screen. I think I used 20 grams, so Susan made me a mini Guernsey for the samples. Mm-hmm. But I've used it in a couple of other little projects because it was 100 gram before.
Did you make a gnome?
No, not with it, not with that.
Or pumpkins?
Possible pumpkins. I don't even know where this one came from, but it's beautiful.
It was mine.
Oh, was it?
I bought it from a shop in Wales.
Did you want it back?
No.
It was only a 20 gram mini skein.
It was leftovers from what I would...
No, because it's 20 gram mini skein because I wound it down.
Oh, right.
So it might not be yours then.
No. But it's very similar to one
beautiful
that I bought in Wales.
Don't know where that's come from. We've got some from Craft House Magic from her 2024 Advent. She did a 12-day countdown, and I think this one's called, it's got the date on there.
She's very professional.
It is, yeah, I'm not. Frostbite's Advent 2024. It was a 12-day countdown thing. And I used the variegated minis from that into surprisingly a West Knit shawl. It was the Babbling Brook shawl, and I
yes
paired it with After Dark. I may pull that out and wear that next time and I can show you. But I left the tonals, I mean that one was a variegated one, but I didn't need it. There was another one. Sure, there was a couple more. I think I probably wound them. That one, maybe. So yeah, some of them I've wound already, some of them I haven't. This one's called Shiver Day. That one's called Winter Night Sky. And this one's called Frosty Evergreen. I don't know what that one is because I can't find the label. So it's a variety of leftover mini skeins, and I am making the Yorkshire crochet blanket by Mima Makes. I don't know her real name.
I'll I'll do some research.
Thank you. And I've just put using a variety of 4-ply mini skeins. So some of them are my own, and this is one of them. This is actually Zeus. It's one of my colours that is coming back this year. I love it. Yep. And what you do is you actually make 2 of each of the square patterns. I've got a photo. I'll send you a photo of the 6 that I've done. I've actually done more than 6 because I did some yesterday.
Yeah.
And what I'm trying to do is one of them is going to be variegated and one of them is going to be tonal. So you make 2 of each square and then you end up with a full pattern. This one.
So we were rudely cut off. My phone doesn't like Shannon.
Yeah, I know. Apparently it didn't want to know about my blanket, so I don't know where we got to. So I'm going to start again. I am making the Yorkshire crochet blanket by Mima Makes, and Mum is going to find out her name because I can't remember her name. And I'm pretty sure when I looked on Ravelry, it didn't come up as her actual name. Oh, I might be on the pattern. I didn't think to look at the pattern.
It's trouble with you, I don't think. I haven't said that in a long time.
Anyway, someone's not getting any lunch today. So yeah, the pattern has got 12 individual squares, and in the pattern it states make 2 of each one and then you've got enough to make a big blanket sort of thing. I am surprisingly using 4-ply yarn because that is mainly what I use. Mainly what I use. And this is one of the squares, and this is the same one. I've got a photo, so I'll pop that over to you, Mum.
Yeah.
Which shows off the pattern a little bit better. And what I'm doing, I don't know whether it suggests you do this or whether I'm just doing it. I think I'm just doing it. I'm doing one in a variegated and one in like a tonal yarn. So that's the first square. Then you've got this one, which I think you can sort of see a bit clearer. This yarn is actually from Castleview Yarns, and I made a shawl for, I've forgotten her name, Jim's partner. Yen. Thank you. I made a shawl for Yen using this, and I just had a little bit left over, so I figured I'd make a square, so why not? That's the same shape but a different colour, but again I'm doing a tonal and a variegated. I'm not planning the colours, I'm literally just pulling them out and then going with it basically. Another variegated one, and then the tonal of that one as well. I think the tonal will show up the pattern a little bit better. Well, it's not too bad when you see it directly. And then I've done the variegated one of this one, but I haven't done the tonal one of this one yet. So this is the 4th square. The 4th square in the pattern, but obviously you make 2. And then I think in the pattern as well, I haven't got that far, but I'm pretty sure you edge them in a colour and then you do the join as you grow crochet. I've not done that yet. So yeah, I haven't picked what colour I'm going to do that yet, but I'm just using various mini skeins in different colours. I didn't realise that those two were that close together, but
don't put them next to each other.
No. When I plan sort of the layout of them, I think I'm going to plan the layout more of the colours rather than the sort of patterns.
Yeah.
So the pattern might end up next to each other, but the colours will not end up next to each other. So like those two being really quite close, they probably won't end up right next to each other. So yeah, so I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 squares so far out of, there will be 24 in total. Yeah, so yeah, it's just, I haven't done a crochet project for a while.
You enjoying it?
I am actually, because I can do 2 squares in an evening. Yesterday I did 3, I didn't say this, I had a full day off yesterday. I didn't open my laptop once. I didn't look at Instagram to respond to messages once. I didn't do anything, like literally nothing. I watched a little bit of TV. I read quite a bit of my book. I finished one book and started another one. I did some crochet. And that is literally it. The only times I got up from the sofa was to use the loo or to get myself another drink. So literally that is the only time I got up yesterday, and I don't remember the last time I did that.
So even when we were on holiday, you never did that?
No, I don't remember the last time I did it, and actually I feel really good today for doing that, so I'm going to try and do that a bit more.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can normally do 2 squares in an evening. Yeah, I haven't crocheted for a while, and I just wanted something I could just do a little bit, and then that's it basically. So yeah, that's that project.
Right then.
And this is the last one.
This is my last one. So this is in a bag by
So Can Sue.
So Can Sue. I got this from Nibbles. No, this is the one that you gave me.
You got it from Nibbles and Needles. I got it from Nibbles and Needles.
I got the bright pink one from Nibbles, Needles and Hooks.
Yeah, I bought it from Nibbles, Needles and Hooks. It is a
Harris tweed,
hand woven cloth Harris tweed. It is a proper one with the proper logo for Harris tweed, and she's done this, I don't know what it's called, like freehand. It's not freehand, is it?
Freehand embroidery or something.
Yeah, freehand embroidery of a sheep. I absolutely love this bag, but it irritates my skin, which is really annoying. So I've gifted it to Mother.
So,
it's also got some really nice fun fabric on the inside. Just
sheep.
Yeah. Sorry.
So, as previously stated, it is cold in my caravan. Not too mean to put the heating on, but that's all different now. And so what I decided to do was, I wanted to make myself some...
You do have needle stoppers, look.
I know, but I've run out now. Okay. I decided to make myself a merino vest to go on as a sort of base layer. And my friend Mandy had given me some yarn, and it was... I haven't got my glasses on.
So it's British wool, and it's done by the Natural Dye Studio. It's called Sphinx Sock 4-ply Fingering. It's 100% British Falkland Merino, 100 grams, 400 metres. It's got needle suggestions, which I don't agree with writing on hand labels, but anyway. Hand wash only. This yarn will not felt and may contain harmless dye residue, which might stain your fingers, however, will easily wash off.
It did actually stain my fingers, but then...
It did, or it didn't?
It did.
Okay.
And it's in the Dragonfly colourway. And Mandy had skeined them up. And I've got 3 balls of it. So what I decided to do was I went on Ravelry and looked up sort of vest patterns, and I found a top by Andrea Gaughan called the Iris top, which is actually a summer top. I'll put a picture in here. And what I wanted to do was I'm using it based on her numbers and the suggested size that she said, but I'm not actually doing it exactly like she said, obviously. So basically, because it's a summer top and it's cropped, and it's got shapes, waist shaping and things like that, what I want to do is I want to make a vest, and I want to go as long as I can so I can tuck it in and keep myself nice and warm. So this looks ridiculous. This looks absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, but it's ribbing, isn't it? It looks ribbing. Yeah.
So it is.
I'm not going to stretch it there, but you can stretch up here, can't
It's 3 by 3 rib, and I'm making a size, can you see it?
Yeah.
I'm making a size H in the pattern. So what she does is she gives you a suggestion of a size, and it's done a certain percentage, it makes up a certain percentage smaller than your actual bust measurement. So it's quite a fitted.
Yeah, so it would be very fitted, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
when you block it as well, that'll hold some of the rib out a bit more anyway, won't it?
So I want it to be snug, so it's warm. So I'm using 2.75mm needles as per the pattern, and I'm just knitting it to pattern. I've got so there is ribbing around the armhole and the neck, and the sleeves actually come out a little bit as well. So and I mean, I don't care, it's not made,
you're not making it to make it look pretty, are you? You're making it for comfort and warmth.
The top itself is sort of like bra friendly and size inclusive, and there are options for bust shaping, which I will do, and everything like that, because I just want a really nice tight fitting vest that I can wear as a sort of base layer for when I do walk my future dogs.
Plural?
No, it's going to be one, possibly, unless they're bonded and I get two.
Okay, we're going to talk about this afterwards.
I might be looking on Dogs Trust. Anyway, so there.
So there. What's that about?
So there you have it. It looks ridiculous, but it will.
It will stretch. Yeah. Also, you haven't got it on huge needles, have you? So it is going to pull in a little bit anyway.
So I think what I'm going to do next is, so this is the end of the first ball.
What's this one?
I don't know.
It's lovely colours. I quite like the colours.
Yeah. And it's like a self-striping, but obviously because I'm using it as a vest, it's doing crazy pulling and stuff. And so it's going to be my template. So I'm going to make it to pattern and make it as long as I want it. And if it works, then I'll just keep repeating it in different yarns. I've got some sort of like plain colours and things like that. But I wanted to use this yarn because I've got 3 skeins. The pattern says that I only need 2 skeins, but then it's cropped, and I don't want it cropped. I want it to be...
Yeah, but once you've finished the second skein, you can see how far down it is, and if you then go, actually, no, I could make it with 2 100-gram skeins that have both got 400 metres each, then you know that going forward you could get just 2 if you saw a colour that you wanted or whatever.
So I've got some sort of like knitting for Olive in merino in a pomegranate colourway, and I think I've only got 4 balls, but each one is 250 metres.
Oh, so
that might make a nice one. So but I wanted to make this one first because I want to sort of, it's like you with your jumper, sort of making different ones and seeing what you would change and how it would fit and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. It's then you know that when you go out shopping for yarn or anything like that, or you're out and about and you see yarn and you go, oh, I really, really want that, rather than buying just the single skein and then going, oh, well, what am I going to put that with? I'm quite lucky because my stash is pretty much the same tonal kind of colours, or same.
It's the shop.
It is the shop as well, but like my actual stash, which I buy, is all the same sort of colours. And I'm quite I'm not going to say that.
You work hard.
I like hand-dyed yarn. I'm not gonna be shamed into liking it. And I have more hand-dyed yarn than I do have commercial yarn. And there is nothing wrong with that. But I save my money specifically for it. Yeah. If I wanted something cheaper and quicker, then I will absolutely buy commercial yarn. There is nothing wrong with it at all. But my preference is hand-dyed yarn. I know that the soft merino and hand-dyed yarn doesn't irritate my skin. I have very sensitive skin. Like, I can't even hold this bag for too long without my fingers feeling all itchy and things like that. So my preference is hand-dyed yarn, and I will save up my money for it, which will explain why I don't have such a huge stash. But I do have some. But because they're all the same tones of colours, basically blues, greens, purples, I'm quite lucky that I can put a few of them together in one project and they will work quite nicely. But
I mean, this is quite unusual for me because at 3 out of my 4 whips are hand-dyed yarn. And I usually use commercial yarns. I mix them together. I will put a hand-dyed yarn in with a commercial yarn
for a striped jumper earlier.
Yeah. So,
and there's nothing wrong with that. No. It's just I have had a few people actually moan at me, which is why I thought I'd just mention that I save my money for it, and it's just my preference.
And the thing
there's nothing wrong with it.
The thing is we all have to live within our means, and some people have good, budget for it, and some people don't. And
I definitely don't anymore.
And you are, I'd say, lucky enough to, well, not lucky enough, you work really hard for what you get.
Yeah. So I save for it. So I don't buy a lot, but when I do, I buy hand-dyed yarn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. So that was my last whip.
And I'm done.
Yep.
I haven't got any more.
So.
Well, I have, but I can't show you.
I've got a couple of things I can't show you, but it's been a bit rambly. I'm sorry.
We are not professionals. We will never be professional. If you want a professional podcast, there are some fantastic people out there who are more professional.
What amazes me, and there's no dissing anybody. I just find some people incredibly talented and everything like that, and they start a podcast and it's like they've got a theme tune, and they've got like a beginning and an intro and all this kind of stuff, and it's just like,
even though I've created an intro card for you and you never use it.
I did the last one.
Or did you already notice that one? Okay.
I did the last one.
It's been a while.
So and it's each their own, isn't it?
Just playing with the label.
So we are going to be back again in about a month.
Yep.
It's in the diary. In pen.
Yeah, this is the first time we've actually stuck to it as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we'll see if this continues throughout the year.
Yeah, you might be at mine next time.
I think that's the plan, isn't it? I'm sure that's what I've written down in my little useful notebook.
I can't remember whether you were going to or not because of the...
Oh, I'm in February. Yeah, I've got a podcast at Mum's.
So you'll see my little house?
Or at least a shot of it. Have you got somewhere for us to sit?
Yeah. Okay.
With some lighting?
There's lighting all the way around. Yeah, so hopefully see a bit of mine. And yeah.
You got anything planned between now and then?
Well, apart from my 2-week holiday in Northumberland. No. I had a job interview last week.
How'd it go?
It seemed to go okay, but
you never really know.
You never know, do you? I felt it went better than the last couple that I've been to. I'm really naughty. I'm really, really naughty.
Why? What have you done now?
Because I think I should get a job, and I apply for them, and I think, do I want a job? And I do need some income.
Yeah, you need to eat.
So
and pay for your gas canisters to keep the heating on.
Yeah. So I am really naughty, and so like a couple of them I'm thinking. So I've just rolled up completely underprepared, but this one I actually did some research on, and I felt like it went better, and I'd be quite happy if I got this one. So fingers crossed for me. But yeah, that's it really. What have you got planned?
I've got a Galentine's Day out. So I'm going out with Nicola from Tea Cake and Make. I am meeting her in Cambridge.
Ooh.
And we're going to have a little ladies' day out where we have probably cake and tea and some knitting. Maybe a bit of a wander around Cambridge.
So checked out the yarn shop situation.
We have.
Have you checked out the stationery shop situation?
I've not done that one actually. I might have to have a look at that. But yes, we're going to go to Cambridge, we're going to have a day out, and then after that I've got lots of work to do. So I've got to get some monthly tubs done, I have got to get the spring sets done, which I've tested all the colours and I love. And then I have got 2 shows to prep for, so a little bit of work needs to be done. But yeah, no, it's good.
Good.
But that's basically what I've got planned.
Oh, my art class is going very, very well. I don't know whether I've improved very much, but I'm enjoying it.
As long as you're enjoying it.
Yes, so that's it really. Yeah. We will see you next time. Hope you're safe. Hope you are well. Hope you are happy.
Yeah. Take care.
See ya. Bye.
Bye.